This is the Iowa Weather Report for Sunday, June the 16th, 2013. Now our first look at the 0Z GFS Model run. This is at 1 p.m. this afternoon. We have a fairly quick zonal flow across most of the country. The quick-moving flow will be moving a storm system out of our neck of the woods with another system off the west coast. But around here we have a storm system moving away, taking the showers and thunderstorms with it. We'll have some partly to mostly sunny skies with highs in the 80s, maybe some mid-80s across the area. Those thunderstorms to our south will still be to our south, but on Monday here we could see an isolated shower or storm as that front begins to waver around. But most of the activity should stay to the south and west of the state, but we can't really rule out a thunderstorm Monday. Tuesday, the GFS wants to still have a few showers around, but that'll likely be some morning fog, as high pressure will be just to our north and east building in from Canada, so temperatures will be down into the 70s to low 80s across the state with plenty of sunshine. That continues here into Wednesday, as you can see the high pressure is taking control over the Great Lakes, the Ohio and Mississippi River Valley, the frontal system all the way down to the Gulf Coast and up into the Plain States to a low pressure center over Montana. That system begins to move up into Canada, and that warm front begins to move into the Plain States over the Dakotas, Nebraska, and even into Missouri and Arkansas. But around here, we'll be high and dry with sunshine, maybe a few more clouds Thursday. Friday, that system begins to move closer. The GFS is a bit drier on this system, having almost little if any rain, but we could see an isolated thunderstorm, especially in the western counties of the state, late Friday afternoon into Friday night, and even here into Saturday. As the Gulf begins to open up, the winds have turned southwesterly by this point, so temperatures will be back into the 80s across most of the state, with mainly sunny skies, but an afternoon storm. And a week from today, next Sunday, you can see that disturbance moving across the state. Another one across the U.S.-Canadian border in North Dakota and in Manitoba. And with this disturbance moving through, that'll be bringing some showers and thunderstorms across the area. A couple of isolated activity further west from the frontal system. Highs will be around 80, give or take a few degrees, depending on the amount of cloud cover around. As we move into voodoo here on June the 28th, no real active weather, at least in this case. We have a broad trough moving into the northwest, a ridge over us, but a not strong one. And with southwesterly winds, that's going to bring the temperatures up probably into the mid to upper 80s, maybe a few low 90s. It also brings in moisture, so there could be an afternoon or evening shower or storm at that time. But looking at the end of the forecast on the 1st of July, and this is something we saw a lot last summer, a 594 ridge over the state back into the plains and the Rockies. And with that pattern and the westerlies way off to our north, that would bring fairly warm weather, highs well into the 90s, but along with that, given the soil moisture around, we're likely to see some afternoon and evening showers and thunderstorms, and not everybody is going to get wet if this was to pan out. The satellite image from last evening had the storm system that we talked about earlier moving away to the south and east, taking with it the showers and thunderstorms. There were a few over Kansas as well, and across the Rockies that were decaying during diurnal cooling. The watch warning map from last evening, a fog advisory in Wisconsin, a flash flood watch in Missouri, Illinois, and southeastern Kansas, a severe thunderstorm watch in the high plains. Elsewhere across the country, it was fairly quiet at this time. The QPF chart, precipitation over the next 5 days through Thursday evening at 7 o'clock, showing most of the rain across our far southern counties, and most of it occurring last night into this morning, with very little over the next couple of days.